Do you remember a time where streaming services were meant to be the solution to piracy? About that, turns out too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Each year, more people head back to the high seas. But why is it happening right now, and how big is this problem? If you're over the age of 18, chances are you've paid for at least one streaming service before. Or perhaps you decided to go off the grid and switch to cable TV if you're a weirdo, or move to YouTube if you're a real one. But let's look at the numbers for those of you who haven't. The average streaming subscription is around $8.25 a month with ads and $14.25 without. If you do the math, you could easily be paid over $1,000 a year with 4 to 8 platforms in your plan to watch only a handful of content. One day, your favorite show could be available on Netflix, and the next is locked into Disney+. Safe to say, if you wish to be screwed over, not in that way, you should get on multiple of these platforms. I mean, just look at me. The number of streaming services I'm subscribed to would be around 2 or 3, but guess what? Not many people want to be scammed out of their pockets, which is why 2025 has seen a significant increase in the amount of content being illegally distributed online. Good old piracy. It's known as the can't pay, won't pay phenomenon, and in 2024 alone, piracy websites collectively garnered over 216 billion visits, a 166% jump from 2020. In Sweden, we find that 1 in 4 people, most aged between 15 and 24, admit to having resorted to piracy for some form of media. That's just one country alone. Subscription fatigue, a poor ROI, and catalogs that are all over the place have led to people going to shady sites and streaming rips where they can get these libraries for free. Add some content being restricted by geography, and you get increased traffic to VPNs too. Back in the day, the rules were pretty cut and dry. You'd go to Netflix as the default subscription, paid once, and watch everything you ever wanted without having to pay for movie tickets and popcorn. Now, every major IP holder has launched its own platform. Disney is quite infamous for this. Their large library of content was already enough to make for a successful platform, but the acquisitions of Marvel, Pixar, and Lucasfilm sealed the deal for Disney+. It was an actual threat to Netflix's empire. Then we've got the just because platforms, such as HBO, who had an identity crisis with HBO Max, and Apple TV, who hoards prestige vibes and Severance? I don't know. You'll have to pick which subscriptions you want to have, maybe all of them, and get used to managing each one. A 2023 article by Elliott cites 50% of audiences not having a good idea of which service had what, and 46% saying it's difficult to find shows they actually wanted. Streaming has gone from convenience to total chaos. If you want something like House of Cards or K-pop Demon Hunters, you can go to Netflix. But if you'd rather watch the Minecraft movie, you can head to Prime. Or perhaps you're craving to cringe at Moana too. In that case, Disney Plus would be a right fit for you. And we've got The Last of Us on HBO Max. Yay, they finally decided who they are. And there's Acorn TV for Midsummer Murders or whatever it has. You might want to be careful about canceling any one of these though. Probably won't be able to watch a movie everyone's raging about this month because you dropped Prime a while ago. There also seems to be a sort of low quality spillover to other forms of subscription services, specifically music and gaming, such as Spotify, but that's a story for another day. Music streaming platforms were once a role model for TV streaming platforms to follow, but they're now also falling into the same trap with generally trashy content, low pay for creators, and price hikes. What's the solution? Well, we might have to go back to sailing the high seas. I mean, that's not what I meant, YouTube. I'm just a wholesome, family-friendly creator looking to make some bread off this beautiful platform. I don't endorse piracy unless you start a streaming service. Then it's fair game. Thanks for watching.